Morning everybody. Oh, check my hand. Tell you what, I need one of the dentist so I want to get my teeth back in. Oh, tell you what I'm going to tell you. I couldn't believe it yesterday. You know, a government minister come on. And if anybody's watched the very first video I did, just out of Wakefield Corruption, very first thing I mentioned was banks. I couldn't believe it when that government minister come on yesterday. He says, banks are going to have to basically, he said same as what I said, banks will have to remember that how they were bailed out by the public. I thought, yeah, I thought, as you seen video, watch it, you'll see. But I tell you what banks should be doing. Banks should be saying to everybody, we're going to knock 6 months of your mortgage in your head and you don't have to pay it. But that's what your MPs should be saying as well. Standing up and saying, never mind all you banks, public bail you out, they won't bailing out themselves. Now, wouldn't it be nice for you to all get a 6 month relief? Not, well, I know it's hard time, but you must pay it back later. No. Not pay it back later. 6 months for everybody, no mortgage. Now, would that be something? Would that take some off your shoulders? Huh? Would that be nice for all MPs to shout in Commons? No, you're just not paying it, banks. You've been out, the people have been out now. It's unreal, isn't it? And then I'm just watching, poor charities. God knows how they're going to go on. They're just, you know, amazing word of charities. And they're talking about a £4 billion shortfall. Let me tell you this, I'll tell you this, it's going to be more than any 4 billion. It will dwarf 4 billion. 4 billion will be minuscule to shortfall for charities, you know. And when you think about it, you know, people, it just doesn't equate, does it? You know, you've got charities, you know, some actually saving lives, and you know, the help they do and the things they do. You've got that there, and then you've got billionaires. You know, we're on about billionaires. I mean, can you imagine how many billionaires is there out there that could go on that TV today and say, I will fund 5 billion towards charities? Can you imagine the weight of thousands and thousands of people? It just doesn't equate to it. I mean, Jeff Bezos, he said 120 billion against charities trying to save people and wanting 4 billion. Where's sense in that? And this, you know, these multiple billionaires. Do you know what's going to happen with all rich people? A lot of rich. I'm going to extreme rich. There's going to be a reality check on their consciences, a proper reality check on consciences, because we've got to a point when things like this happen, which nobody, you can't predict these kind of things. People are going to have to go, I can't morally have billions and billions and charities and people asking for a few bob. I mean, it's all right. It's all right for billionaires to go, well, I've donated $1 million. That's like me and you flicking a penny in tub. It really, innit, really? I mean, I know you know that. I mean, yeah, people, if you're going to get to the billionaire, you've worked hard. That's all, yeah, I know. But don't forget, everybody, nearly all wealthy people's money comes from, but usually people who pay the wages, you know, who buy the products, or go to see them, and you know, there's such an array of things. They all get the money. All money comes from all general public, really, doesn't it? But yeah, how can you be worth 100 billion and then you've got somebody comes on TV saying all charities will have a 4 billion shortfall? There's a lot of people in this country could pay 4 billion, and do you know what's best about it? It wouldn't ever alter the lifestyle. That is the hardest thing to comprehend. It wouldn't alter the lifestyle. You know, for your normal person, if they get half their wage, you're talking about a change of life just to get half your wage. But and you know, a billionaire, what would it harm to take out weight off charities and one thing and another? I'm not saying they're not. I mean, they probably say, they might say, I'm giving lots. I know you are, but I'm talking about you super wealthy. Giving billions, you know, all live with your consciences. So what am I going to say now? I didn't hear, I thought I was going to hear cathedral bells this morning ringing at town cry when Merran McCrae, she stepped down. Child-friendly Merran McCrae stepped down. You can go your own way, Merran McCrae. But no, that ain't going to happen. I tell you what I did say. I tell you, in Wakefield Express on the way to, she was praising Peter Box, right? A picture of them in Wakefield Express. I won't read that no more, that Express. She was praising him in Express for all his services, and I thought, what services? What do you mean services? Has he been paid heftily for his services? Yeah, that Merran McCrae praising him. I thought, yeah, well, I know what service. You won't carpet up, Peter, and I'll sweep it under. I'll sweep all that corruption under. Get in there. We aren't rest at corruption. Is that what service you want on about, McCrae? It's unbelievable. You've got that Gillian Marshall, her solicitor, that, you know, that Merran McCrae council solicitor, Gillian Marshall. Yeah, oh yeah. You've got to go through me to get to Merran. Yeah, go through me if you want. Go through me. Yeah, but there's all this, you know, all evidence and that. There's what? All evidence and that. I'm not bothered about that. Yeah, but there's witnesses. Oh. Well, there's witnesses with impeccable characters and that, you know, and statements and that. No, we don't count them. What do you mean you don't count witnesses? But that's what it's like. That is exactly what it's like. You're not fighting them. Not bothered about witnesses. Don't matter. Why? What's witnesses got to do with it? It's non-transparent in here, didn't you know? Haven't you heard that, Mr. Haven't you heard that, Derek? It's non-transparent. Don't have to tell you anything, or public. Just pay his wages and just keep quiet. Please, keep quiet, Derek. It says, pay his wages. Pay your wages, alright? What? Don't put in lives at risk, Gillian Marshall. Don't put in lives at risk. Tell you common sense. You should step down as chief exec, Merran McCrae. Don't that like tick a box up there, you know. I know you don't. I know you're not in real world in a sense. I know that, obviously. I mean, somebody says to me. Somebody said that McCrae said, "Not get me out." You know, no concern. Not get me out. Not dislodge me. No chance. I mean, if any, you must go back to original Wakefield Corruption video. You must watch them all because you get all the picture of it all then. And then you're not thinking, saying, what's he talking about here, or what's he talking about this? Like, I've talked about this, but you need to get that up in Express. You know that Wakefield Council redundancy payoffs. You need to get that. You know, it enlightens you, doesn't it? Wakefield Council payoffs, 100 odd thousand, 7 point some million. But somebody said, well, you can't blame Merran McCrae. What do you mean you can't blame Merran McCrae and all the cronies? They know about it. Look, let's just be quite clear here, right? Let's be quite clear. To Merran McCrae, Peter Box and others, I'm just going to show you. Look what it says in yellow, right? Look what it says at top, then look what it says in yellow. And this was in 2019. So, you know when Merran McCrae and Chief Exec and all that said, yeah, but we didn't know. Rubbish. Right. Just check this. In yellow. You see that? You see that, you know, didn't know? Cover-ups. Cover-ups. Can you see how that's centre? In yellow at top. You see what it says? Yeah? So you're seeing them, aren't you? You know, and another one about Agbrig. You know, to Merran, McCrae and Gillian Marshall, you know. Read them. For you people at Agbrig. You know, just so you realise, and you people at, for everybody, and you people at Kirby, you know. So they do know, don't they? Oh, I forgot, just read bottom bit as well. So yeah, of course they know. Of course they know all about it. Every single bit about it. As I said, I informed Wakefield Express even about it, but you know, they didn't put out an Express about it. So it beggars, you know, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you, that's why I won't read it anymore. Yeah, a nice piece about Box leaving, but no, that's why I won't bother. I even tell parish councils, and I says, it's in your interest, even as parish councillors. I put one in Emsworth Parish Council, you know. They should all be, shouldn't they? But what would I... yeah, somebody wanted to talk about Andy Pilfer, but they said, just tell us exactly what happened with them posts. And, you know, in brief, basically, Andy the Vole, Andy Pilfer post, you know, one of the engineers at council. Basically, I used to do lots of jobs in that needed fence posts, putting all that. And if there were any left over, I had a big place at Pont Hills, put them in there. Anyway, phone rung one day, and you haven't got any spare posts, have you? I thought, straight away, you know, alarm, but I thought, why, what you want them for? I said, why is this, do you want someone at lads to put some up and that? Oh no, I just need a few, I'll sort it myself. Oh, yeah. Can I come and get some? Where's your unit? Anyway, I told him, anyway. There were lads there, honestly, put the lads there. Anyway, he comes and gets some, he wasn't going to put them up, you know, because bone idle, they're all bone idle in there. They're all right, you know, eating and that. Going to Greg's at KFC. But anyway, take some posts. And I thought, what's he want them for? He ain't going to put them up. And you know, I like making out, and I sees him a couple of days later, and I says, did you put them posts up? What were they for? Well, they were for home. Yeah, for home. That's what I said to that Merran McCrae. I says, if people's fences need mending, then they can, it's WDH, not me. But you see, you know what I mean? It's just some more feathery, some more skullduggery with him, innit? You know, some more skullduggery. Now we're gonna, I had a piece to do on Castleford today. You know, Yvette Cooper's constituency. You know, I've got a piece to do on that, but I've just got to waylaid a bit. I tell you what I need, because I need some ink for a start. Not just ink. I need a little tiny bit of research to do, so that'll be coming on. So yeah, I got a bit waylaid with that. But yeah, Andy the Vole, yeah, Andy the Thief, and there's a one to do on Featherstone, all over the place, really, all over. But that with post with that Andy, I said, there were people made statements of that. I says to that Gillian Marshall at council, I says, well, you've got statements, people were there and witnessed it, impeccable characters. I says, yeah, impeccable not using them. I says, what do you mean you're not using them? I says, the witnesses are. I said, they put the post in his car for him. Not using them. Do you know, if I said, oh, I had Queen working for me that morning, they said, well, it don't matter. It does not matter. They just plough through it, you know, it don't matter what evidence you've got. The cheeky dogs in that response to everything, when they said, I won't help with investigation, I mean, you've even seen yourselves, haven't you? And I hadn't had a reply of any of these MPs, yeah, get ready when it's ballot time, box time, parishes and MPs, get ready, ask them the question, what did you do? Because if you remember, you at Hanbridge, I told you, I says, there's something else out there quite severe what's sorting, I says, and I want to go out there with that Mr. Khan, your MP, and it's a big piece of land that, it's not like we have to toddle outside of each other, is it? You know, there's a big piece of land where I can stand 20 foot away and say, look at that. You know, if you're under huge flood conditions, I can tell you this, you're at risk still up there at Hanbridge. Oh yeah, you're at risk up there. I've got one, I was going to do a lot today, you know, but I got a bit way away thinking about charities, and then one thing and another. I'm going to get a town crying myself when she goes that McCrae. Tell me this, if you watched all these videos, and I hope you have, if you watched them all, how can you not stand down? Who's running council, how can you not stand down with all that? I mean, putting children's lives at risk, is that not enough to stand down? Anybody, any company at will, you would have to stand down, you would have to. There wouldn't be no ifs or buts. You would have to stand down. And I've showed you, kids' lives have been put at risk, and still at this moment, because they won't have amended that yet at Kirby. I hope you took pictures out there, but it's alarming, isn't it? It's alarming. But yeah, I mean, what an incompetent lot. There's that much to tell you, you know, about contracts, there'll be a lot of small businesses out there. I'll tell you why you don't get work sometimes, because it's a buddy thing. It's not just taking somebody out for golf and eat all day Chinese at South Milford. There's other things, you know, there's an whole host of things what I need to get through. But I need to get that CAS one on about Castleford, because, you know, we're Vet Cooper. But I don't know whether it's jogging the memories. They should have all got together, MPs, they should have at least, courtesy, a call to each other and said, look, I know there's a lot going on at the moment, but we need to, you know, we're going to all have to move forward together with this and demand resignation of Merran McCrae. Would you not agree with that, everybody? Would you not agree? When you see any posters on Telegraph posts, grab one, you'll see. So, for now I'm going to go, but yeah, oh yes, yeah, just no, help me send to the fuel pot. But taxpayers pay for them. When I buy them, I put a bill in, you know what I mean? And then they pay me. So taxpayers pay for them. It's all, everything I put on it from the first video, it's all about, yeah, my specific issue is how they got rid of me with contract. And I'm sure a lot of you understand now it's because a lot of things they've done. But a multitude of these sins are against public of Wakefield, aren't they? You know, robbing your and all taxpayers. The low down, thieving, skullduggery people, aren't they? Horrible, horrible. No more so than McCrae and Box. Don't call their own box. So yeah, they've got to go. What was that? And yeah, it's all about value for taxpayer, you know. It's all about, I mean, a lot of people, you don't take notice of what's going on with things with council, but, you know, in general, everything that's to be done, there's a process and a procedure, and everything's to be done right, you know, to make sure they get best value for taxpayer, to make sure public purse is being spent properly, and it just ain't. It just ain't being spent properly. And on top of that, safety failures. Health and safety should be basically, well, there should be criminal prosecutions for something like that. Your poor buggers down Car Lane and that, you've been at risk for last, you've always been at risk really, because how they deal with things. But so right, I'll tell you what I'm going to tell you. Somebody says, I saw a mention about, you were talking about that 3-pair Paul, you know, him who bought loads of boats, that senior engineer, and I call it croupier, you know, I call it council croupier, some out, some in, you know, what that's, yeah. If you watch videos, you know what I'm on about. And I tell you, didn't know about his son working for me. When he worked, yeah, do you know what you sometimes you go in the morning like, oh, come to the door, oh, not right, good. Oh, I didn't used to say, oh, I just think, oh, good. I say, all right, good, I'm going. Right, you get to work, then he's on desk door at morning, then about 11 o'clock phone ring. Hey up Paul, because his father was on his job, but one at job. Hey up Paul, what's up? Our aunt, he used to call him man. Our aunt, I used to say, yeah, and I used to know what he was going to say. He's come round a bit and he's assisting me today with some work at home, working from home. Can you pay him? I'm not kidding. Can you pay him? And then you know what would happen? He'd come to work and be saying to the lads, because his dad was a big golfer, he'd be saying to the lads, I went for 8-day golfing with my dad. Because the lads used to go mad about it. I used to say, look, if he says it to me, that's one thing. I says, and I even tell council, I says, I ain't going to swear to you that, because I says, I can't police somebody who works for me what they do at home. And when a senior engineer rings me and says, pay him, he's been doing work with me at home, I can't, what do I do about that? I mean, it's not out of my pocket because I built council, but it isn't just council, it's your money again. But yeah, it was all time that. Yeah, Paulie all time, I'm not, pay him. Yeah, pay him. You can imagine why other lads used to go mad, can't you? Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know how I've got to do it and that, pay him. Well, 3 hours later, like, oh, miraculous recovery. Yeah, pay him. Just another one of, you know, criminality things, what they do. I once, what they call it, I sent out Ricky, you know, got tickets for every management, everything out Ricky. I mean, I'm not kidding you, he has got some stuff out Rick. That Paul rung me up one day. I've got when your Ricky's going on a management course. Yeah, well, yeah. It's you know, it's just what company and that. Yeah. I was thinking about it. Because you sometimes have more than one job going, you probably want 2 managers. And I know what he was going to say. You know, it cost me a fortune for our Ricky. I'm not, it cost me a fortune. I'm like, yeah, I've got tickets. But anyway, I knew what were coming. What I was thinking. Would it be a good idea to send our aunt on the same course? I says, well, if he wants to go on it, I says, he can go on it. I says, it's an expensive course, but I said, I can't pay for it. But no, I didn't, no. I'll tell you what, put him on the course and book it down on an invoice. I says, oh, I said, what? He said, but no, do what you did for that with Arco and, you know, with what money we stole and with cameras and that. Put it down as you've had a couple of extra dumpers, diggers and all that. He says, because really, he says, obviously it's going through your safety course, but obviously we'll pay for it, but you know, you can't really put that on an invoice. All right. You know, yeah, send our aunt a few grand. Taxpayers again. Yeah. I mean, there's a bit to be said for it. If you can't help your own. But yeah, I admit that, but it's not just a case of that, is it? You know, it's a case of a couple of 100,000 for your mate here and few thou here and, you know, a few 1,000 pair of rigger boots here. You know, it's like icing up, cherry up cake, innit? You know, it's a different ball game, innit? You understand because you've been, as I say, watch all the videos, please watch them all and you'll understand. 3 pair, Paul, 3 pair of boots in a week, yeah. Group A, yeah. So, ain't out money. But you don't, oh God, I've still a lot more to tell you. I mean, there's lots more. I mean, what time is it now? It's 7 minutes past 9. Do you know how long I've been up? I was up at 1 o'clock. I'm not kidding, I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I had about 2 minutes sleep, went like that, and I'm up. I've been sat down here watching news. No, it's clear. I'm clear still. Oof. I'll tell you what though, hold on. Tell you, Yeah, I don't know if you can see 37-1. I'm always in that 37 bracket.